So Crawford said the PNP could scrap the rural school bus system. You know, really, I hear this, Jamaica. You know, really, I can make the PNP scrap something that we have been working on from 1962. That is like what? Almost 70 years we have been working on a rural school bus system. Darrell Vaz did right. The man them want scrap something that we have been working on from the inception of our independence. Just because of political ploy. Just because them not want themselves look bad. Just because of politics, them are going to suffer the little children's safety. The rural school bus system is not about the school buses itself, but a system that is put in place to safeguard our children to and from school. In other words, parents them know where them picnic there. When them board the buses and when them come off of the buses. We are talking about geofencing. We are talking about the school bus itself, Jamaica. One of the toughest thing built for safety. And the PNP them want to scrap it. What kind of part would I really want to put in our government to create this great sin against we picnic them? Because this is wickedness, absolutely saturated wickedness. The least this man could have said, him could have improved upon, but if scrap it, Jamaica. Jamaica, hear me a warn, you know. You hear me a warn, you know. Have sense. Have sense. There's no way and God hurt. Does a political party lobby to scrap something that bring forth your picnic them safety? I was listening to a story on this social media platform where this girl told us that she was taking the public transport Jamaica. And you know how the public transport stay where everybody like couch up on one another because they want to go home, and this perverted man was behind her having his way with the little girl. And when the little girl go home and find out the man come upon the little girl uniform. These are the horror stories, Jamaica, that we are trying to protect with picnic from by implementing a bus system, Jamaica, that the PNP want to scrap. Jamaica have sense. By no means should we elect this party into our government. Period, me done. Jamaica, me understand Colonel Charles Jr., me understand Miss Johnson Smith, but me never understand a brother man. How where he come from? How where Mr. Matthew Samuda come from? God know. When time Matthew Samuda done with the one that's saying brighter than everybody, the man feels swell up like bullfrog. Do I have to call a name? me I could call him name. Mr. Crawford, the man swell up like bullfrog, like him thought him a move like a headless chicken. But John know, I never know say Samuda tough. God know. Yeah man, well deserving, and trust me, it is a JLP victory. Period. All the one in price. All of the man do the streets like some girl, like some big sissy girl, like Jano Star. I won't come. I think I go club him come. I want to them, but we not take nothing from them still. We give the win to the Jamaica Labour Party because them handle themselves well. Kamina Johnson Smith. With that question, that lady, we remember what she name was Sophia, put across and she decimated literally, totally, write it off. They don't have nothing to bring to the table, so them try to attack the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. But as we say, their tenure or their time at the ricket as government of Jamaica, we have seen the most corruption, scandal after scandal, where hardly shaded that wheel out corruption week after week, 5 a week. So we don't know what them are trying to. But big up to Matthew Samuda, the man would stop the brightest man in Jamaica, and I'm chuck. Man swell up like bullfrog Jamaica, like the African bullfrog them.
Has been a part of Ponzi schemes and benefited from them, where the leader among members of his cabinet or his party are said to be part of an illicit aid for illegal enrichment. Those persons could not be on the ballot. Therefore, why should Jamaica be any different from such decent democracies?
The PNP, we understand, has no answer to the plans, the programs and the achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party. They see their only path to Jamaica House by trying to destroy the reputation of the Prime Minister of Jamaica and others. The Jamaica Labour Party has been the party that has done more for the integrity and anti-corruption framework in this country than any other administration. It is under the PNP that every day, every week you woke up to a new scandal, light bulb, Solutria, NSWMA, Manchester Parish Council, Hanover, KSAMC, you name it, Crook and Anchor. It is under the PNP that Jamaica had the lowest scores under the Corruption Perception Index, and it is under the Jamaica Labour Party that Jamaica has had the highest. Why? Because the independent international experts actually look at the facts and not the steady drumbeat of PNP misinformation and weaponization of processes. There is no report that has found any finding of guilt or illegality on the part of the Prime Minister. There is no finding against the Prime Minister, and the PNP needs to stop telling the lie of 28 bank accounts. It is simply not true.
JLP team with Matthew Samuda Mashup PNP debaters, hands down.
3 for the September 23 general elections. It was on social issues, and we're going to go straight to the analysis that you want to hear. From where I sit, from what I saw, Matthew Samuda, the Minister of Water, Job Creation, and the Member of Parliament for North East St. Ann, arrived on the national political stage this evening as one to watch for the future. He is leadership material. He was commanding, he was self-assured, he was coherent, logical, and devastating in his responses. He, to me, was the star of the debate this evening, without doubt.
I would agree with that assessment, Cliff. He was heads and shoulders above the rest. He was heads and shoulders above the rest of the field by a wide margin. He showed a level of confidence and understanding in all the subject matters that were discussed this evening, and it resonated to suggest that when you heard him answer a question, you were certain that the answer was proper, as well as he was the proper attack dog as well. He gave the jabs where the jabs were necessary, but he did not veer off into that territory unnecessarily. He stayed on point and he stayed on message.
Javon?
I absolutely share your sentiments. Mr. Samuda really rose to the occasion and anchored the Jamaica Labour Party's team like Siobhan said. He was both attacking and defended and responded to the questions beautifully. Wonderful stuff in the world of debating. I am most pleased.
Nadine.
Yeah, I think he really took the debate to the next level. He answered each question. I think sometimes some of the debaters got lost in the middle of the question, like they didn't remember what road they were traveling on, and so sometimes they got lost and you could see them trying to find their way back, but they couldn't. He never did that. And he always answered his question and answered within time. And what I noticed with him, his strategy at first was, I'm going to answer the question and then I rebut. And then he didn't get long-winded. He was precise. He was clear. He stayed connected to the question and to the message. And then he went after the PNP. And there were moments when he went after the PNP that he was devastating in terms of how he rebutted. And because they said some things that they shouldn't have said, he was able to bring in some things that he would perhaps not have brought in unless they said those things. So I think he was very, very effective. He showed a mastery of the social issues.
I'm impressed.